Today we discuss the chapter cell on page number 93 and 94. Now let us have a small recap on the previous sessions. That we have studied about cell, the shape of the cell and the size of the cell. You know that the cells are of various sizes. Some cells are round in shape like a red blood cell, and some are branched spindle shaped nerve cell and muscle cell. Different cells, based on their function, their shapes also varied, and the size of the cell does not depend upon size of an organism. Today let us look into the topic structure of cell. Plants and animal cells are having three main parts, that is cell wall for plant and cell membrane for animal, besides this cytoplasm and nucleus. These are the three major parts of the cell. Now let us discuss about the outer part of the cell, plant cell, that is called cell wall. This cell wall is made up of cellulose. It provides shape and rigidity to the plant cell. Plant cell is covered with a rigid protective outermost covering that is called cell wall. But outermost part of the animal cell is cell membrane. For plant cell, second outermost layer is cell membrane. The first outermost layer is cell wall, second outermost cell is cell membrane. This cell membrane can be called as plasma membrane. It is a very thin layer covering of the cell. And there are very thin holes in the cell membrane. This membrane is called semi-permeable membrane. Through these holes, materials are transferred in and out of the cell. Thus, this membrane acts as semi-permeable membrane because only particular specific materials are transferred through this hole of the membrane. Thus, it is called semi-permeable membrane. And what are the function? It protects the cell. It provides shape to the cell. It allows material to enter and leave the cell through these tiny holes. These are the functions of cell membrane. Next comes cytoplasm. Next to cell membrane of the cell, there is jelly-like substance present. This jelly-like substance includes cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is present inside the cell and it is filled with jelly-like substance. It occupies the space between the cell membrane and the center nucleus. That means between the nucleus and cell membrane, the cytoplasm is located. It has several different structures called organelles. The cytoplasm is embedded with cytoplasm contain cell organelles like mitochondria, lysosome, ribosome, endoplasmic reticulum, etc. Activity 3 is of observing spirogyra under microscope. Spirogyra is a green algae. When we collect spirogyra, that is algae from the pond, and put it in the slide, and with the help of forceps, separate the thread of algae and cover this algae with a cover slip and observe it under the microscope, we can observe that there is a long filamentous spirogyra with its own specific structure. Activity 4 is to study the plant cell structure of hydra leaf. When you keep hydra leaf under the microscope, we can observe different cell organelles which is present in the cytoplasm. Important part of cell is nucleus, which is called the dense body, which is found in the center of the cell, which control the whole activities of the cell. Nucleus is responsible for the cellular reproduction. Nucleus is surrounded by the membrane called nuclear membrane. And it is a porous membrane which is separate content of the nucleus from the cytoplasm. Then comes nucleoplasm. Nucleoplasm which is present inside the nucleus. Nucleus is filled with the fluid called nucleoplasm. Inside the nucleus, there is a small spherical body called nucleolus. This nucleolus is made up of nucleoprotein, RNA, that is ribonucleic acid is also present in this nucleolus. Next comes chromosomes. This nucleoplasm contains thread-like structure called chromosome These chromosomes carry genes which are responsible for the passage of traits from one generation to another, that is, from parent to infant. What are the components present in nucleus? That is, whole spherical body like nucleolus, and the fluid substance like nucleoplasm, then chromosome thread like structure chromosomes. Also, it is covered by nuclear membrane. Next comes cell organelles. That is, cytoplasm is composed of many living and non-living parts called cell organelles. Where is cytoplasm present? It is a region around or between nucleus and cell membrane. The first organelle is mitochondria, and it is a rod-shaped organelle which is present in cytoplasm. This is also powerhouse of cell. Why is it called so? Because it produces energy by using food which we take. The other organelle is endoplasmic reticulum. It is called as ER. It synthesizes, stores and transports material within the cell. Its function is to store, transport materials. Here is an activity 5 to study the cell structure of human chick cell. When we check this human chick cell under the microscope, we can see that there will be no cell wall. Many organelles like cell membrane, nucleus, cytoplasm and nuclear membrane we can observe under the microscope. How we will collect this chick cell? With the help of cotton bud, when we rub our inner layer of our chick, we can get the particles scrapping of the cell of the chick. Then it can be kept over the slide and we can see it through the microscope. Thus we can observe many organelles other than cell wall. The next organelle is Golgi complex. It secretes synthesis, enzyme, protein and hormones. Where is it located? It is located in the cytoplasm of the cell.